Hi, I'm Bob Pretty. I'm president of Third Evolution. I'm going to talk to you today about the hardest question you're going to have to answer in a networking situation. Now, if you're a physician who's looking to leave clinical practice to enter a non-clinical field, perhaps business, academia, politics, nonprofit organizations, even the media, you're going to do a lot of networking. And in a networking situation, everyone is going to ask you one question. Tell me a little bit about yourself. And believe me, it's the hardest question you can be asked. And it is the question most people answer poorly. But I'm going to show you how to answer it correctly and easily and succinctly. The answer to tell me a little bit about yourself is your stump speech. If you're not familiar with that term, or you've not really written an actual stump speech before, it's 4 categories. First, who I am. Second, what I've done. Third, what I want to do. And fourth, how you can help me. With those 4 categories, you will frame the conversation in such a way that they'll clearly understand who you are and what you want to do, and both of you can appreciate if they can help you in your quest. So who are you? You're a physician. You're a specialist, board certified. You work solo, you work with a group. That establishes a foundation, how long you've been in practice. What you've done, you've practiced medicine, and that's important because practicing medicine opens you to very unique situations. The problem solving you do day to day in an operating room or an exam room is very different and much more intense than most people do in business, or let's just say non-clinical settings. So what you've done, but also add to that things you have done, leadership positions or roles, research, other areas that relate to the job you'd like to have. What you want to do? Well, this is the job you want. But don't define it as a job title. Define it functionally. What you'll find is outside of medical practice, job titles are much less meaningful. They do not really describe what people do. So focus on functions, responsibilities, skills required. You may want to recruit and retain a high-quality medical staff if you want to be a vice president of medical affairs in a provider organization. You may want to liaise between research and marketing if you want to be a vice president of medical affairs in a pharma organization. You may want to draft appropriate legislation if you want to work in a political environment. Or you may want to present healthcare information in an understandable fashion if you want to work with the media. So define what you want to do in that functional type of context. It is also something non-clinical people can relate more easily to. Lastly, what can they do for you? Well, let me say what you do not want to ask for. A cardinal rule of mine is never ever ask anyone for a job, because once you do, the entire conversation has now been reduced to one of 2 answers, yes or no. And trust me, 90% of the time it'll be no, because people just don't show up that often with a pocket full of jobs. But do ask them for their advice. Ask them what they think of your objectives. Ask them if they know other people who might be interested in the things you're interested in. That's the process of networking. The currency of networking is more networking. And eventually, you'll sit down with someone and you'll say, this is what I want to do. And they're going to say, that's what I need to have done. And that's when you're on the plateau where you get your job. I hope this has taken that hardest question and made it much easier and much simpler for you to use. And if you'd like to learn more about physician career transition, visit me on the web at thirdevo.com. Thank you very much.